Hey, Crossy Bro here. Join me as I work through today's cryptic crossword. All right, one across. Incline one in advance to sip, drop, C. Okay, it's one of those longer clues here, 10 letters. So we're looking at a few words here that don't really make sense. Sip, drop, C. That looks like 10 letters. So our quick clue, if you like, our definition we're looking for is incline one in advance. 10 letters, sip, drop, C. Anagram, so this question mark here is telling us that's an anagram. So using those 10 letters, sip, drop, C. Incline one in advance, maybe predispose. So as I've mentioned before, when we analyze a cryptic clue, every word, normally, every word is important. Also, things like this, punctuation, can be important. So that question mark in this case is our anagram marker. 6 across. Johann Sebastian took taxi back to hospital. Okay, kind of a simple one, this one. There's a couple of things happening in the clue, but it is pretty simple. Johann Sebastian is Bach. Let's see how the rest of it works. Took taxi back. So reversal to hospital. So took taxi back, that's cab. Reversed gives us BAC. To hospital, just the H for hospital. It is homework for the country dweller. Homework for the country dweller. Homework. So careful of words like this, compound nouns. Often we have to treat each noun separately. Homework for the country dweller. So this one is someone who lives in the country, might live in a cottage. There's the home part, work part, cottage industry. It is essential in stir to be endlessly nice about it. So essential is our quick clue, the definition we're looking for. We've got 9 letters. In stir, there's 6 letters. Endlessly nice, so we're deleting the last letter of nice. There's our 9 letters. In stir, endlessly nice, so leave off the E. Essential looks like intrinsic. $12 across. Red dye used in the kitchen naturally. This is a hidden clue. Looking for red dye used in. Hidden clue. We're looking for 5 letters hidden across these 2 words. In this case, red dye is henna. One invited to get us in a muddle. So we're looking for one invited. Anagram clue here, in a muddle. It's the anagram signal. 5 letters, so get us, anagram of those letters. Someone invited is a guest. One born in a place, such as Vietnam, is endlessly confused. Okay, so it's one of those sentences, one of those clues we might read that and think, what the heck is going on? It's a cryptic clue, so we need to break it down, find those kind of divisions in the clue. So, one born to a place. That's the definition we need. Endlessly, so that's a deletion signal. We need 6 letters, so Vietnam is 7 letters. We're going to leave off the M. And an anagram of that, the confused part. So 2 things happening with Vietnam. We want to endlessly get rid of the M, and then an anagram of these 6 letters. One born to a place is native. Tree never needs to give back its surface beauty. Tree never needs to give back its surface beauty. All right. Let's break this one down. Surface beauty is the definition we're looking for. I know that from experience basically, but looking at the other parts of the clue, I can tell that is what we're looking for. Surface beauty. Give back. We've got a reversal. And I guess needs is showing us that it's a hidden clue. So hidden reversal in these 2 words, which is veneer. All right, let me go through that one more time because there's a few things happening. More experience you get with cryptic crosswords, you end up kind of holding a few things in your mind at the same time. So you might be thinking tree, you might be thinking surface beauty, you're also thinking 6 letters at the same time. You're looking at these kind of clue type markers like back. Sometimes the clue type markers are not clear, like this one, needs to give. Needs to, I guess, is showing us it's contained or hidden here. Back is showing us a reversal. So from kind of holding a few things in mind, you can understand which one is the definition, put together the other parts of the clue to come up with the solution. So very different type of thinking from a quick crossword. You're kind of holding a few things flexibly in mind, and when those things come together, you can confirm the answer. 20 across. Go back over it with harness racing horse from east to west. Okay, so go back over it. So you might be thinking back here could be a reversal clue. In this case, it's not. In this case, it is our definition, go back over something. From east to west, that's a reversal clue. From east to west, so it's telling us to reverse the 5-letter word for harness racing horse, which is a pacer. Reversing that gives us recap. The church had some old bird round for coffee. Okay, the church. Often that is an abbreviation to CH, which is what I'm thinking. So that's 2 letters of our 5 letters. Some old bird. 3-letter word for an old bird. It's not dodo. It's not, what other old birds? Moa is the only other one that comes to mind with 3 letters. All right, there's our 5 letters. Round is important as well, so that's telling us that that CH goes together. And then we've got 3 other letters around it. In this case, Moa gives us mocha. Type of coffee. Mocha. Communities represented by HMS Belfast and HMS Exeter. All right, so kind of a pun clue, this one. Communities. Again, this is a good example of just holding a few things in your mind at the same time. So I'm thinking about communities. I'm thinking about these things, which are what, naval ships, names of naval ships. I'm also thinking about how many letters, 9 letters. So these ships have the names of towns or cities. Her Majesty's ship, right? If you're not familiar with some British terminology, or His Majesty's it would be now. All right, so we've got communities, we've got ships, we've got towns. Aha, there we go. Communities, townships. So try not to get fixed on anything. We don't know exactly what everything is until it kind of all comes together. These could be towns, these could be cities. So you're kind of holding a few things flexibly in mind. And then everything will make sense. 26 across. The sort of fighting that stinks. Okay, another pun clue here today. Sort of fighting. That's what we're looking for. Sort of fighting that stinks is chemical warfare. Made in advance from Ash Wednesday. So double definition here. 4-letter word, that means made in advance. And Ash Wednesday, that is Lent. Skeet is like a flying saucer. Okay, another kind of double definition thing happening here. Skeet, like a flying saucer. So again, holding a few things in mind flexibly. What are we talking about there? 4 and 6. So any kind of words you can think of relating to skeet. shooting, type of shooting, shooting targets. What kind of targets? Something like a flying saucer, clay targets, clay pigeon. Okay, cross clues done. One down, getting ready to leave. Rugby players in Gateshead. Okay, getting ready to leave. Again, this is a British compiler, so there might be references to things like cricket and rugby. Rugby players in Gateshead. That word head is an initial marker. So we want the G, just the G of that word, Gateshead. There's the G. In, let's go ahead and fill that in, which leaves rugby players, P something, C something. We have a forward pack in rugby. Forward pack, getting ready to leave, packing. Having the right book in the end. Having the right book in the end. Okay, be careful. This comma is here, which suggests that we're taking that idea and that idea. Not the case in this clue, and often not the case in cryptic clues. So the division here is actually here, having the right. There's our main definition. So book in the end is the cryptic part. If we look at what we already have, it looks like entitled, having the right. That makes sense. Book in the end, I guess. One of the last steps in writing a book is to title the book. Number 3, give him a right bit of porcelain from Japan. Okay, it's one of those clues where you may not know the actual word. Porcelain from Japan. I'm not familiar with that, but I can confirm the clue by looking at the letters we already have filled in and understanding the logic of the cryptic part. So give him a right bit of. That's important here, bit of. So this is a hidden clue. Bit is a hidden clue. So we need 5 letters hidden in here. We know that it starts with I. So it starts here. It's not reversed. There's no reverse signal. So it must be I-M-A-R-I, Imari. Has to be correct. It all checks out. And we've learned a new word. A pleasure ground where sapel, I think that's right, sapel can flourish. Sometimes an uncommon word like this is a signal that we need an anagram. 9 letters, so there's 6 letters there. Another 3 letters there. So it seems like flourish is the anagram marker. We can check that that's correct. Pleasure ground with those 6 letters looks like pleasance. Okay, so that checks out. Various icons dealing with sound. Pretty simple clue here. Dealing with sound. 5 letters. Various. There's an anagram signal for these 5 letters. Sonic. Doing duty for another while playing one's part. So double definition here. Doing duty for another, playing one's part. So we need to think of a word that matches both definitions. Seems like it's going to be an ing. Doing, playing, it's going to be an ing here. And it's acting. So like an acting prime minister, acting director. Playing one's part is acting. Constable's work in AA, why change it? Okay, 3 and 4. This seems like another British word. Not familiar with this word. Constable's work, 3 and 4. So using these 7 letters. Looking at what we've got here, it must be hay, which leaves us W-A-I-N. Haywain, could be a Scottish word, not sure about that one, but it checks out with the clue, it checks out with the letters we have. It's an easy victory once the drive is finished. Easy victory. Once the drive is finished. 4-4. Finished is over. So we need a 4-letter word for drive. Drive in this case as, could be a noun, could be a verb. If we look at what we've got, it looks like push. An easy victory, a pushover. Having a motif that mice can represent. Having a motif that mice can represent. So 8 letters. That mice can represent here is an anagram signal. So these 8 letters, having a motif, thematic. A casual line on a freely distributed handbill. Okay, so it's a double definition. Gonna need to use the letters that I have filled in here because I'm not too sure about this one. The second part I'm not sure about. So a casual line is a throwaway line. Freely distributed handbill makes sense. Some kind of brochure that's handed out. It's not really intended for people to keep and go over in detail. Must be a throwaway. At being in busy setting, set it going. All right, so as I'm reading through this clue, I'm looking at 2 letters, being in, contained in, busy setting. So our definition is set it going, set something going. At being in, that's a strong clue that we need those 2 letters. Contained in, another word with 6 letters. A 6-letter word for busy. busy setting. So that's active. So we have at, in busy, contained in busy, active. Set it going, activate. Funny sort of claim. Company is first to make. Funny is our definition. 7 letters. Sort of claim. There's 5 letters. Company is going to be first to make, so we want the first letter or letters of company, which gives us claim and CO, funny, anagram, comical. So sort. There's our anagram signal, sorting those 7 letters. Advertising bill appears on the north gate at the back. Advertising bill. Okay, another one I'm not sure about. I've never seen this word before. North is normally a signal for the N. That leaves us 6 more letters. Advertising bill is a poster. That makes sense. At the back. Okay, that makes sense. Stern. The stern. Postern or postern. Let's just double check that one. Advertising bill, poster, appears on the north. Yes. At the back. Stern. Okay, so it's a nautical term, obviously. Makes sense. Another new word learned for today. To show film of a partition. And it's down here, 6 letters. It's a double definition. First definition is a verb, to show a film. Second definition is a noun, partition. Is screen. '24, show what's coming by way of game track. Looks like trail. That makes sense for a game track. Game trail. Show what's coming. A trailer for a movie shows what's coming. Okay. A can, is, and are arranged. So very clear anagram signal here, arranged. We need 5 letters. So it's going to be is and are. And going in this space. I don't know this word for a can, but we've got S, R, I, and we're using an anagram of is and are. So it looks like it's either Sarai or Sarai. I would guess Sarai. Let's go and put that in. Okay, we'll have to double check that one, but that is today's crossword completed. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.